Hey, it's Derek again. Um, the next chapter would be signaling for help. This can be, somewhat hard to do if you're just getting into it. Um, the first thing would be sound signals. Of course, something that most anybody would hear, especially if you're a good distance away. Um, that I will teach you, like, either bird calls or a certain signal that somebody should be listening for, or if you just want to make a loud sound, that I will actually show you by using a blade of grass. And yes, those do get loud enough for people to hear. Um, there are a few other calls you can actually do too. We'll get into that a little bit later. Um, Up next would be sight signals. It'd be something like using your hands and, stuff like that, signaling them to let them know, hey, there's somebody over there, or, something like that. Up next would be flares, candles, and dyes. Um, those three are a little bit different if you have them with you. Um, flares and candles are more for nighttime use. So that way, you're better apt for effectiveness, or people are better off at seeing those. Dyes would be good for like either usually throughout the day. Um, that way you can actually see the different types of dye that they use or anything like that to signal, what type of situation they're in or anything like that. Um, Up next would be signal fires. Um, they can be used during the day, excuse me, to send a signal from one place to another. But then again, if you want to be effective, do it like late in the day or early in the morning, so that way people have better chances of actually seeing them. So that way you can actually get saved, so to speak. Up next would be the signal mirror. Now, a lot of people usually carry mirrors with them for whatever case, which they do come in handy a lot. You can use there are many uses for a mirror. One of them would be signals. Um, these are you better off being used during the day due to the bright sunlight. Um, if you have a flashlight, then you can use it then, but you're better off using a flashlight anyway. Um, but yeah, I'll also be showing you signals with a little mirror. I have a compass, so it has a little mirror built onto it, so I'll use that. Up next would be Morse code. Yeah, a lot of people think that Morse code is dead. It's just the fact that very few people use it, but it's still effective nonetheless. I actually got into using Morse code when I was younger. That I'll actually be showing you guys a little bit too. Up next would be ground letters. Basically, with that, it's like using carvings, or it's like in some movies like Castaway. He'll signal SOS in the sand. He's also used fires and stuff like that, just so people from the air can actually see them. Which brings me to my next subject, which happens to be the last one in the chapter, which would be ground to air signals. That's basically, say that somebody's flying overhead in an airplane. Um, Signal with like a dark smoke or whatever. You don't want to necessarily get like good wood, but you want to get something that'll smoke, like live leaves, branches, stuff like that. That won't like kill your fire, but also make it burn so that way it'll actually get up in the air and people will see it and be like, hey, what's down there, and see if somebody needs help. I'll also be getting into more about that too. Different ground to air signals. Um, Probably go a little more in depth on how to do it, how big to make it, and when to do it and stuff like that. Um, Other than that, hope you guys stay tuned. ThemNatureBoys@gmail.com for comments or anything like that, questions. And it's Them Nature Boys on Facebook and on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoy.